Welcome to another episode of Shut Up and Poetry. We're your host, I'm S.E. Says. This is SaladCon. We're here to bring you awesome slam poetry. And this week, we wanted to focus on a topic. And that topic is, what does it mean to be a real man?
What does it mean to be a real man?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out.
I think it's like eating an entire rack of beef ribs. That's what it means to be a real man.
I think it's probably chugging a gallon of beer in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, that would definitely make you a real
That'd
man.
probably make you a real man. At least put 1 or 2 hairs on your chest.
Definitely. At
least 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So to help us introduce this topic, we are going to feature... Who are we featuring?
Mike Whalen.
Mike Whalen. He's an OG for the Awesome Poetry Slam and an amazing slam poet. Check out his poem.
Sometimes I go to wine bars and I see men order beer, and I wonder if they're doing it just to emasculate all the prissy, wine-drinking Nancy boys in the room, like me, to which I say, man up, tough guy! Have a glass of wine! Stop living under the shadow of what you think a real man is supposed to be, and start living in the sun of who you want to be.
Yeah.
When I follow the roadmap of my history of my becoming a man, the bumps in the path are painful pinpricks in my memory. When you cast those needlepoint holes in my heart against a black canvas, you will see a constellation of contradiction, each star a humiliation. And when you connect the dots with enough imagination, they outline the shape of what a real man is supposed to be. The true North Star is my father. That dot there is the first time I got cut from the team. There, the first time I, along with my friends, mimicked the noises of a retard, knowing full well I was imitating my mother's brother. There, my first kiss, with a girl who was so into me, it rivaled how much I was into the idea of kissing any girl at all. It didn't matter. There, the first time I changed my hallway commute to avoid a bully. There, the first time I was slapped in the face in gym class, immediately followed by the first time I turned away to crazy glue my tear ducts because boys don't cry. But boys who don't cry grow up to become men who don't feel. And if the only emotions you allow yourself to engage are lust and aggression, then your world is small and cowardly. Me, being me, involved a lot of lost chances. You get to a point in your life where you swallow your pride so much, you swallow the man you could have been. And I am not the man I should have been. And neither are you. I've stood next to men who carve notches in belts and bedposts and souls, men who refuse to apologize because the cardinal sin of pride was more palatable than admitting a wrong, because in error there is vulnerability and men are not vulnerable. There are girls I should apologize to for not doing enough, and girls I should apologize for doing too much. Masculinity is not in the comfort in between. It's in recognizing the faults in the extremes. And there are boys I should apologize to when finding a smaller boy was a chance to prove I learned from being dominated and could pass it down the food chain, because there's a contagious language of violence among men, accented by humiliation. Those that speak hardest elevate themselves to alpha poets.
Come on, brother.
Daily, I think about every swing and a miss, whether it's baseball or beatdowns. Because every turned cheek was an opportunity to lose a fight I could have bragged about later. A chance for scars full of stories. And I think about all the stupid shit I've done. And all the stupid shit I continue to do. And I wonder, is this what a real man does? But I am a man, and therefore everything I do is what a real man does.
Okay, so there are many stereotypes for like what a real man is. Someone who drinks a ton, fights.
How many women you were with?
How many women you're
the past
banging.
week?
And something to do with sports. You have to talk about sports on some level.
How much you can lift at the gym?
Like on any given day. That's actually a real thing.
Oh yeah.
And I love that Mike is able to kind of break all that down, and he does it in this like constellation metaphor where he pinpoints all these little instances in his life. And like my favorite is his like kissing a girl and being so shocked that she's as into him as he is to like kiss a girl, period. And that's like vulnerable, like, and that's something that all guys think. But like you have this like this community.
Oh,
this,
yeah, of course you wanted to kiss
exactly,
me. This is my job.
Where you have to be macho all the time. And no, when you get kissed the first time, it's awesome. And you just like, you can't even believe your lucky stars. And she likes him. It's too much.
Shut up.
And he breaks this like this wall of being like super manly and unvulnerable in this like instances of when he needed to be vulnerable. And I love that. And he like takes away all the pride that is in there. And he talks about that too in the poem.
This is amazing because that's exactly what he says is men are not vulnerable, and he does the exact opposite by performing this poem.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one thing that is really important to like kind of harp on is I don't know, are women looking for real men, or what is the real men that women are looking for?
Well, let me tell you about what I'm looking for and not looking for.
Okay, this is good.
So, if you are the Mr. Macho, I drink a lot and bang a lot of women and don't know how to talk about my feelings, I'm really not into that. I would much rather be with someone who is kind to me and likes to talk to me instead of just showing anger all the time. So I'm fortunate enough to have my brothers in my life to show me what being a real man is, to have poets in my poetry community, to have people in my faith community show me what being a real man is.
Yeah.
And that is a man who knows how to show love. That is a man who is a good father to his children, who cares about them and shows them love. To me, that's what being a real man is.
Yeah, and it's an important topic to bring to light because this still happens every day. There are kids growing up being told they need to act a certain way, especially boys being told they need to act a certain way to be included in the guy group. And this turns into men who are emotionally unavailable, aggressive, violent, and it perpetuates this cycle. So I love that Mike talks about this. I love the way that he talks about it, being vulnerable, being open, and kind of like breaking the stigma.
We would like to encourage you to start paying attention in your own lives. Every time I hear somebody say, man up, or be a man, even if it's joking, I think that it perpetuates the stereotype. And we shouldn't be shaming men into thinking they need to act a certain way. And so I would just say, take a look in your own life and see how you would like to support new systems in what being a real man looks like and how you can support that.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know what you guys thought of Mike's poem in the comments section below. We'll have more information in the description section on how you can find more of his work. He's an awesome poet, and he creates these awesome stories about real issues that you will want to hear about. So check the description section below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week on another episode of Shut Up and Poetry.
What does being a real man mean to you? Let us know.
Bye.
Shut up.
And poetry.